Good morning from Radiance, day number 3. It is Valentine's Day. Again, busy activity schedule on this cruise. But day 3 last night was so much fun, even though I got to play mama. Well, probably needed my mama myself, but it was a lot of fun and definitely had a blast in the club. Shut it down, shut pizza down. I got everybody home though, so that was good, but so much fun and meeting a lot of new people, so it's even more fun. Let's see, today is Ensenada and I have like just the city kind of tour to go on, and it doesn't start until 11:30, so I'm just gonna go and get some Gatorade, get some electrolytes, and probably some toast, and then we will go and head out to Ensenada to see what that all entails. These are all places I've never been before, so it's interesting. So follow along, and I will see you along on the ship while I continue to make those memories and not dreams and live every day as a gift because of my heart donor.
All right, so decided to ditch the excursion. We all hitting Ensenada solo. Woo! So here we go. Let's go explore. If you don't want to see papas and beers, skip to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, we made it down here in downtown Ensenada. We are at Papa's. You know it's going to be crazy. Here's all the girls. This is the before. We'll see the after. We'll see how it goes.
The cocktail's here, kitty sauce too.
Yo, it's off the chain already. And this is like the end of the traditional vlog for this series. Just had a great time the rest of the time hanging out with this group of people and having a great time in Radiance. Definitely a fun vibe and cannot wait to do it again. This guy was literally like my brother the whole trip. And Polly, the cruise director, always brought the energy. Thanks for joining, and now on to the review part.
Good morning from my dining room. So not the traditional vlog that you usually see here on Holiday Traveling After Transplant, but I did want to just take note since it is a different cruise that I normally go on and that it was out of the West Coast. So there's that aspect of it. It was on the Radiance and I had an absolute blast. Cruising is my therapy and like my recharge. I can't handle the cold here in Kansas City very much, and this just helps me refresh and keep on going because there is sun somewhere in the world. But let's recap of what kind of went on and just highlight the main things of Radiance and the itinerary and things like that. I had gone down to Long Beach a few days ahead of time just so I was settled for the Super Bowl and was able to get to where I needed to be and all that. I stayed at the Queen Mary right there at the port. Very, very cool. So much history. I could probably spend at least another couple days there and still not like research and see all of what there is there at the Queen Mary. I will say that the sports pub or like room that they advertised was a huge disappointment, especially for like the Super Bowl. It was just a room where they had thrown like a foosball table, a shuffleboard, and a TV or two up on the wall, and 8 chairs. So I had to kind of add from around the ship to make that kind of the sports watching venue that it needed to be for the Super Bowl, but it checked the box, got to do it. Sorry, doing laundry and yeah, washing machines. But yes, so watching the Super Bowl at Queen Mary was a lot of fun. I of course was one of the few Kansas City fans here in town. It was mainly 49ers against me. There was one older couple, but it was mainly a room full and me. So it was good watching it. Kind of got a little bantering going back and forth with a few of the 49er fans and all that kind of thing. Which is just in my personality. Yeah. So went and then boarded after we won the Super Bowl. The Radiance the next morning, and that walk from Queen Mary to the Radiance, super quick and super like efficient. Not even hard to like pull luggage across that parking lot and just go line up. So definitely recommend that if you want an easy, quick, like overnight port kind of spot to stay. It is a little bit pricey because you have to pay for like the restoration fee, and things like that, but you're staying in history, so take it as you will. I liked it. Would I stay there again? I would, but only if I had like time to experience it or something like that. If it was a quick trip, I would just stay more downtown. But got on the ship, the like whole boarding process and all that was super quick and efficient. Their like Platinum Lounge or Diamond Lounge really didn't have anything other than like chairs and a bathroom. So if you are used to those cruise ports that have like amenities and snacks and stuff, it won't be that. But I didn't need that. I just needed a spot to sit until I could get on the ship. So first few days were really great. There are vlogs that you can kind of look through. Day 1 and 2 for sure are up there. But the food quality on Radiance is more of the improved food quality that I saw. I will say as the week went on, I didn't eat as much like as the structured meals, so you won't see a whole lot of those reviews. But the first night was very good. That like braised short rib that they have was very well presented, right on with quality, taste, flavoring, all that kind of stuff. So really good there. I did the sit down breakfast and that was quick and efficient, especially on port day. I will say that the service in the dining rooms greatly depended on how big a group we went in. Throughout the cruise and like starting the first few days, I fell into a group that was more into kind of the party scene, booze cruise vibe, just having a good time, being very social, dancing, music, that kind of thing. So that will kind of steer the whole rest of this vlog. But when I would go to the dining room and things like that as a solo or a small group, service was very quick, efficient, in and out. When we would go with our group of like 20, it got really slow. People would just like come and go because it would just take too long to get all of the courses and things like that. So, I mean, but it was a group of 20 and they wanted to kind of like group things together, but our group was just a little more casual. So we did a lot more of the like quick grab bites and eats and things like that. Bar service on Radiance was really good. We had a great time. There are a lot of choices to go. They have the Red Frog Pub inside and they have it up on the top deck. Blue Iguana, Atrium Bar, Tides Bar in the back, a lot of different venues, and they would go and kind of like rotate their time so that you could always kind of go somewhere and find what you were looking for. But main spot we would hang out at night was the nightclub. We were just into the music, dancing, having a good time, bantering back and forth at each other. We literally became family, even as a solo cruiser. And some of my best friends that I've made on that trip were the ladies I was bantering with in the Queen Mary during the Super Bowl. So they were 49ers fans, and of course me with my Chiefs. But we got along great, and everybody would see us in our gear and be like, how did you guys end up like connecting and all that? But we did, and then we had a great, great, great time. Like I say, vacations, especially when you're solo, is how much vibe you put out and like what you're wanting. Are you wanting a party atmosphere? Are you wanting relaxing? And for me on this one, it was more the party, kind of have a great time that I went for. But then you kind of attract those people as long as you're open to it. And by the end, we had a huge group that kind of just traveled all as a group and had a great time. We were probably one of the noisiest groups on the ship, but it was a booze cruise. It was a fun vibe. But the ports, they were a decent itinerary. Catalina Island, the wildlife and getting out on the water was really nice, but the actual port itself, I was a little disappointed in, just for the lack of like activities and whatnot. Like we bar hopped to a few places and souvenir shop, but then we were like, we can do this bar hopping on the ship and it be included. So just kind of a little letdown, not a whole lot to do. So I would say Catalina Island, you've been there once, you could probably skip it. But then Ensenada, we threw down in Ensenada. That was kind of the demise of the whole vlog series, was Ensenada. I had originally planned to go on an excursion that just did like a city highlight tour, all of that. But the rest of the group had not planned an excursion. So I let peer pressure take advantage of that situation. And I just didn't go to my excursion. And I ended up going to Papas and Beers with the group of like 20 of us that traveled together from like day one. So that was an amazing spot if you are into the party scene, into loud music, kind of that whole atmosphere. They are known for at Papas and Beers for doing the shots, and then they turn you upside down and they shake you. It is very loud. They blow a whistle. Everybody's kind of into it. A lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of like food areas right around there on the corner. The vendors actually come into like the bar and the patio itself if you want to buy any of that kind of thing. They had hair braiding, but I was not impressed with the hair braiding. It just didn't last near as long as I was used to from other ports and things like that. But a good time was had, and oh my gosh, so many memories made and just laughs made and inside jokes and all of that. But definitely recommend Papas and Beers on Ensenada. And then for the rest of the cruise, the group I had come in kind of formed with, we were into the social, dance, music, have a good time, whole atmosphere. So that kind of dictated what we did for the whole rest of the cruise for the 2 days. Went to the club a lot, met some of the Big Brother staff that made sure I was comfortable and felt safe and all that kind of thing. I really appreciate them. They started it like night one and they carried it all the way through until the end. And I was like, brother, I need help, brother. And he would come and like get drinks and things like that. So the staff kind of makes it too. But they did have, as like for activities, they had a lot of like music trivia, karaoke. That's kind of the sector we fell into. Polly, the cruise director, brought the energy. Totally energetic, spinning, kicking, all that kind of thing. He does go on like a few like squirrel moments or stories, but so do I, so I can't complain too bad. But he definitely had a vibe that was good for this 4-day booze cruise kind of atmosphere. A lot of fun. I did not make it to his 80s party, so I can't judge that one. Did make it to the White Knight atrium party. I really liked the ships with the atrium. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Brought the energy. It was cool because you could have all the multi-different layers of people, of the ones that were all into it, all the way up to we're just observing and things like that. Radiance as a whole is one of my favorite ships. I will say that. Just the setup, the ease of walking up and down the levels of stairs without the need of elevators. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite. I like those like mid-class kind of size ships that's got enough things for me to be entertained, but also small enough that I don't get exhausted from doing the stairs and things like that. But also along with the Radiance, I got that square inside cabin. It was amazing. I absolutely love that category of cabin, and I wish they had it on all the ships. Definitely able to spread out, had a ton of room, never kicked a wall getting in and out of bed. So it was difficult to find my room. A lot of my friends that I had made could not find the room. The best way I can describe it here on Radiance is that you go to the casino bar and find that like stairwell that's by there and go up a flight of stairs, and it's the hallway straight across. They're a little hidden, but they are gems, so you better not take it when I go on another one of these cruises. But loved my square inside cabin. Then let's see, debarkation. It was super quick and efficient. I will say that the birth certificate line was huge. Our sailing, not a lot of people had their passport, and it took them quite a while if they had birth certificate to get all the way through. But I have my passport, and I literally never stopped moving. I didn't even have a line or anything to wait through. Super quick. Getting an Uber was fine, didn't have any issues with that. If you want to take the cab route or the shuttle route, they have that available. But overall, an amazing trip. I am recharged. I am ready to go a little bit, especially this time of year in Kansas City. It's such a kind of drag, just the weather and cold, and kind of stuck in that middle thing. But had a blast. I have to say that that group that was kind of formed while on the ship absolutely 100% made that trip. I think we've met some like longtime friends on that trip, and we're already kind of trying to plan another one. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate all of, if you guys watch this, I appreciate you inviting a solo traveler in, even though I was a Chiefs fan and you guys definitely were Cali fans. But yeah, it's the people that make the trip, from brother staff members to friends you meet along the way. As a solo traveler, you have to be open to that. If you're kind of a quiet, reserved person, you might not have the same experience as I do. But I kind of am loud and out there when I travel. So yeah, trip, 10 out of 10, would do it again in a heartbeat. Had a great time. Thank you to all of those that were involved in having that amazing time, because I definitely made those memories and not dreams, and lived every day as a gift, because that's what it is. Thanks to my heart donor. Make sure you sign up to donate if you are not already. You don't need those organs after you pass away, but somebody may. So make sure to do that. But thank you for a great time, and I will see you on the next adventure. It's not too far away. Come on back.